Oh.
Hit it, Maestro.
Hey, oh, hey.
Hey, it's Barry.
And Dave.
Kenny.
Pat.
And Jackie's
Here with another exciting episode of On Headwaters, brought
All right.
from the great Fellsmere Outdoor Adventures bait and tackle shop. Place to get all your bait and tackle needs, from shiners to artificials to all the things that Kenny's going to tell you about in this show. So, a couple things real fast for the guys that are going to be fishing the tournament that we got coming up on Sunday. Hang tight. We're just going to cover a couple details towards the end. And we're just going to jump right into it. Seems like everybody is a little happier when we just go straight into it. So, Kenny,
another great
Go
week.
on.
It was a really good week this week. Had one shiner trip. Went through 6 or 7 dozen shiners, like 2.5 hours. Then we went on the artificial hunt, and we caught a lot of fish on artificial that day. So the baits of the week: chatterbait again, Poppin Shad, Cincos, flukes, RSB worms or speed worms. They really do like the gunfish. I started throwing that again. Kind of gave it a break there for a while. And,
right?
today I got an 8.5 pounder on a gunfish. First thing, third cast this morning. So
Wow.
it's a good fish.
He's got gunfish down here too, folks.
Yep, he does have gunfish. Just sold one too. Shout out to Scott, he just bought that one. But the best color in the Cinco, and Pat can attest to this, is the Gold Rush. They have just been annihilating us. I mean, we're going through bags and bags of these. Pat's got plenty of stock now on them now, so you definitely want to do that. Another trick, if you run out of Cincos in the Gold Rush color and you've got an RSB worm or a speed worm, you just pinch the tail off and they get a Cinco. Or if they bite your tail off, just throw the worm on the deck and pick it up and use it later.
Sure.
The chatterbait, I was kind of just really kind of slower this week. The fish were definitely in the hydrilla.
Okay.
The wall of hydrilla, I would follow that down, and then there'd be like an open patch of water there, and I had them pitching the Poppin Shad up in the sparse grass or the chatterbait, and ripping it through there. So
Okay.
the bass were definitely relating to deeper water with that hydrilla edge, just like the pits have.
Right.
Today we focused on fishing in the canals and the channels, all the ditches. I don't know how many miles of water I covered, but
Right.
shut the big motor off. It literally was on the trolling motor all day, just
Deeper,
fishing the
cleaner,
ditches.
deeper water, and not so much
Like
in the
9
hydrilla.
feet, not the 20 feet of water, but we fished 9 to 13 feet of water. In one area we came to, I was using my electronics and found fish on the bottom, started throwing worms to them, and started catching them on speed worms that way. A lot of times you'll see them in that 4 to 5 feet below the surface, and that's where I like using chatterbaits. Or you can get them to come up and hit a topwater plug.
Right.
But the bait balls, the fish are just all around the bait balls. And we went through this one particular area, and I looked at my graph, there's like 5 or 6 fish on there, and they were all like a foot off the bottom. I was like, oh, that's perfect worming. Started throwing worm to them, feeding them worms. Worked really good.
Good.
But the numbers were good. We got 4 over 7 pounds this week, so still catching some good fish.
Yeah.
No
Right
10
on.
pounders this week, but you never know.
You got to give them a break
That's
once
it.
in a while. No doubt. Pat, what you got for fishing updates here this week?
Fishing wise, Headwaters. We fished Headwaters. I fished with some friends of mine from down in South Lake Okeechobee, down Bell Wade area. Old Larry, shout out to Larry and Julie. Had a great time with you guys. We had a blast. And so we, Larry, he's got his own boat, and they're coming down up here to fish because Okeechobee's not fishing good. And so they want to get to know the area. So I took them out just to show them the lake a little bit. I showed them some of the regular areas that everybody fishes, some of the community holes, and you know, you're pretty much guaranteed to catch fish. And we went on a little explorer. We went exploring. We checked some deep holes with some ledges, real clean water. And that one cove that I'm always telling everybody about anyway is that cove that is east of the square pond. That place intrigues me. It's just it's full of big fish, but you have to figure out how to catch them. They're deep. I mean, there's some 30-foot spots in that cove, and the ledges. You know, you'll have 4 foot, 4 foot up by the reeds, and then it'll come out, and then it'll drop down to 5 foot, and it'll come out, and then it'll drop down to 8 foot, and then it'll drop straight down to 20. And so it's amazing to me, and it's all beautiful, super clean water, super clean vegetation. But you have to fish it. Dave, I had you with me. You and I fished it together. You really have to fish it in a way, in several different ways. I mean, deep, shallow, top water. You need crankbait, you need Senkos with weights. It's difficult to fish, but they're there. And so that's where we did really good the other day, other than that south pit that Kenny likes to fish. We caught a handful of them in there, and then we went down to that cove and did really good. And so I like to flip the west wall of that cove. We started to flip that with that grave digger, that skunk ape that Bass Assassin makes, 2-ounce weight punching through the reeds and the hydrilla. It's beautiful, beautiful water, beautiful structure for punching, and there is fish tucked up under there. My buddy George, he's not much of a flipper. He's not really into that kind of fishing. So, but I was catching them right off the bat, flipping a couple good ones too. And but we pulled the plug. So George, like I said, it wasn't George's type of fishing. So Headwaters, great bite at Headwaters. But I really think the deal is like Kenny gets him on that top water more with that gunfish. I'm gonna be punching. I'm gonna be flipping. I'll do top water in the morning, but I'm going flipping. I really want to just, especially when the sun's up.
Oh yeah.
Overcast days, different story. But when that sun's up, bright bluebird skies, and the heat's on, I'm going flipping. And then Garcia.
That place.
Me and Kenny had a rough time last night on Garcia. But the fish were there. The son of the guns were jumping all over us. They were crashing here, crashing there. I swear to you, I don't know that there's a bait that we didn't throw at these damn fish.
Yeah.
We literally threw everything at them. We threw top water. You were throwing I was throwing Senkos. We threw chatterbaits. We threw crankbaits. We threw rattle traps. We threw spinner baits. We were punching.
Huh?
And they're just jumping around us, laughing at us.
Okay.
They were feeding.
We had to throw 20 different baits at them.
I guarantee it, man. And 20 different colors.
Yeah, exactly.
We couldn't get them suckers to bite.
We got the dinks to bite. Little guys would bite.
Hey.
We were one of the big ones.
I guess we deserved it, man. I guess we deserved it. And so, but the guys that we fished against, they came back with a really good limit. So, in other words, the fishing still is good on Garcia.
And they were within sight of us. We could see them 200 yards away.
We could hit them with a boat weight. Stick Marsh, I talked to a couple of guys the other day that were at Stick Marsh, had another great day. Kind of fished the pattern that you put us on the week prior. They fished the same. They did really good. So Stick Marsh is still fishing good. Water's not moving, but the fish are still there. So I think Headwaters is the deal. Headwaters seems to be the deal right now. But I feel like the flipping bite is what's going to get us a big one.
Yeah,
it's going to get me a big one.
Yeah, I agree.
I just see it's hard to fish with two guys and one guy that's not a flipper and you're a flipper. It's difficult. It's not fair to the other guy. So, I'm going to go out there by myself and unless there's a flipper out there that wants to do a little fishing. Let's go. Let's do it.
Right on. Cool. great update on that. So at this time, we're gonna go ahead and go to Kenny on the water. That's always a really cool part of what we're doing. So we'll do that now.
Hey folks, this is this week's fishing report from out here on Headwaters Lake. This week's been really good. Seems like the bites picked up early morning. I was getting them on the gunfish this morning. I had an 8.5 pounder and several quality fish, 3s and 4s on that gunfish. Once that slowed down, I started popping the Poppin Shad and fish a little bit slower. It's about 11 o'clock now, and the bites slowed down some more. I picked up a worm, started throwing it beside the hydrilla, and started catching, probably 15 fish on a worm. I'm just using the Bass Assassin RSB worm. The gooseberry is a new color. I'm not even sure if it's out yet, but Dave, my rep, actually gave me a pack of them, and they're working really well. So as soon as they come out, I would definitely pick up a few packs of them. The other color that's been really good is black with a blue tail. That's my go-to right now when the bite's tough. Earlier this week, I was getting them on the gold shiner jackhammer, just like the past few weeks. That really hasn't changed any. Been experimenting with different trailers. The Bass Assassin Die Dapper in the native shiner worked really well with that. Gave it a little bit of a contrast. And as you can see, there's bait fish jumping all over the place behind me. If the bite slows down, just kind of follow the bait fish. I was catching them in the ditches this morning. Now I'm out in a little bit deeper water, 24 feet of water. Bait fish are here, and the bass seem like they've pushed down deeper. That's why I went to a worm. Earlier this week, I had a shiner trip, and we went through 6 dozen shiners in like 2.5 hours. So we caught tons of fish, a couple of nice 6-7 pounders. Once we ran out of those, we went to the Poppin Shad for a little bit, and then we pitched Cincos along the hydrilla, and we caught 20 or 25 on Cincos after we got done with the shiners. So fishing's still really good. It's hot. The wind has pretty much died down. It blows early in the morning, and then it's been dying down the later in the morning it gets. So you just gotta make adjustments to your game plan. And the evening bite's still fantastic. I've been out a couple evenings this week. The frog, I've been using a snag-proof frog and also a ribbit frog right along the hydrilla edge, and just walking it really slow or reeling it really slow with the ribbit frog. And the green pumpkin ribbit frog was my favorite color this week. So I'll talk to you guys next week, and good luck, tight lines.
All right, back from Kenny's on the water. Now we're going to jump over to, got to show you a pic. Hey folks, if you're coming down here, going to do some bass fishing, you're going to do something different and get out with Dave and do a little saltwater fishing, check out this flounder that he caught. We're going to put that up on the screen now. He's been knocking them out. Got some hot spots out there, so definitely get hold of him. Living Waters Kayaking. and we will put his information, or Dave will put his information below. So check him out. Really great way to break up your freshwater fishing while you're down here too. Not taking anything away from freshwater, but hey, getting out there in the water and checking out manatees or the porpoises, the dolphins or sharks or anything else that Dave's gonna put you on island. It's just a great time. So check it out.
Beautiful.
Yep. All right. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. Look who's back, folks!
Hey,
The
y'all.
return of Jackie.
Rocky Balboa.
See? So she is still alive and kicking, standing straight up.
I'm still here.
What is happening? What you got for us today?
I got this. We have bottle openers. They're Rapala bottle openers. Cool. See, I just get back and this is what he does to me.
It's like you never left.
I know.
Did you tell the folks about your bottle opener?
I'm trying to, if you would shut up.
Okay. It's nice.
Throw some hooks on that, baby.
I'm just gonna let Pat do it.
Comment below if you really dig the whole Jackie Pat thing. Just comment below. Thumbs up, thumbs the video. Tell us what you think. Go.
Okay, so, yeah. Rapala bottle openers, I thought these were really cool. They're $4.99 and looks just like looks like a lure. Put some hooks on it and hook it up to your fishing pole and see what you can catch.
Yeah.
I like catching beer with mine.
There you
I
go.
don't know about the rest of you.
That's it. So you can get them down here at the
I was
price.
just saying, that's nice.
Sir Gaps a lot.
That's
Stop.
fine. You did a good job.
Shh. For a minute. Shh.
Carry on.
Calm down. We have we actually got a lot of new stuff in this week. I think it's really just too much to name off one by one. We got so much different stuff. And we're back up and running with all of our drinks and snacks and all that. And I was down and out for 3 weeks, so I got all that back in the store. So you guys come on down and see us. Can't wait to see you tomorrow, Friday. And what you got?
I got all kinds of stuff. I was just
Go
letting you
ahead.
finish.
That's right. All right. So now we're going to jump over to the Pat hack.
Can you get one of those over there?
New section.
Oh, this is a good act. Zoom sent these markers to us. I didn't order them. I don't even know what the heck they were, but I did see it said Chartreuse. It was a marker, and the guy come in. He wanted a fluke, a white fluke with a Chartreuse tail. So I said, man, I know we got them. I was looking back there. We didn't have them. He got all nervous. I said, wait a minute. I got a Chartreuse marker, and there's a white deal there. Let me try these markers out. This thing is incredible. Turns at Chartreuse. You can put Chartreuse stripes on it. You can put Chartreuse letters on your baits. Do whatever you want. But the guy used it, and I asked him what he would report back to me. Let me know if it comes off in the water or.
Stink.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
It's Chartreuse,
I got one.
and it doesn't come off.
That's right. Yeah, permanently
It's
covered.
incredible. Yeah, I mean, you cover the whole damn thing, Chartreuse, if you want to.
Oh yeah.
The thing's pretty cool.
Write your name on it.
Yeah, you can do is put a smiley face on it. Put bite me on there.
There's one of Kenny's baits up in that tree.
Yeah, that was a Chartreuse bait. That's pretty cool.
It's permanent too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't come off.
Then they got that spray too right there. You can
Yeah, that's
spray your bait
yeah.
Chartreuse.
You can put it on other colors as well, even some of the darker colors. We put it on a June bug, and you can see the Chartreuse made a little Chartreuse tail.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We gotta get you a red one
This is
for berry.
Nope.
dipping glow and it's garlic scented.
No, that's good stuff.
Right on.
Right there.
Good hack, Pat.
Yeah.
So we caught that. Well, pretty much covered most everything. So we're going to go ahead and jump over to, as always, mentioning the Davis House in Go See Kyle. If you're coming into town, looking for a really nice place to stay, it's right on the water, walking distance to really good restaurants.
Bad boy.
Charge your batteries up. He's got electric there for you, and hose down your boat. Really safe place to stay. Rooms are super clean. They're really big rooms too. They're not little tiny things. They're really, really nice. So information down below, Davis House Inn, and you get a discount if you mention Hooked on Headwaters.
Aw,
So-
good job, Barry. I'm glad you remembered that.
He's been practicing while you were gone.
All week long for 3 weeks, I finally got it right.
You don't like the thump in
So
the back
we
of the door?
appreciate Kyle. He really takes care of the people that stay there. I mean, just hospitality beyond what you're going to find anywhere else as well. And his rates are better than the hotel rates. So it's a win-win situation without question. So Davis House Inn, down below, get the information. Give him a call if you're coming into town. Definitely our #1 recommendation. Close enough to the lakes. So that be.
Almost.
So-
Oh,
That was so close.
I know.
That's a half a drink.
Half
Yeah.
a shot.
half a shot.
Half a shot.
So now that I mentioned Davis House, we're going to jump over to this weekend. We have our tournament at Lake Kissimmee coming off of 60. You're going to go to Grape Hammock Road, turn right, head north, and then you're going to go to the
Shady Oaks.
Yeah, Shady Oaks, and it's the
Coleman
Coleman
Landing.
Landing
Yeah.
at Shady Oaks. It's going to be a left-hand turn when you're going down. We're going to be kicking off at Safe Light. If you've not registered for this tournament yet, this is our 4th one. So if you're close to that 15th spot even,
Yeah.
you don't want to miss out, because this
Well,
could be
come
your
fish
chance.
it anyway.
Yeah, well,
You
yeah,
know,
of course.
Even if you're number 40, I mean, come on out, fish it. Let's have fun. It's going to be a great tournament. The
Yeah.
weather's supposed to
Yep.
be decent.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't trying to discount it.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Wide open for first, second,
Wide
third
open, I
place,
mean-
fourth
Yeah.
place.
Big fish.
Big fish.
You know, you never know.
There
Never
is.
know.
And the raffle.
The raffles, yep.
Yeah, we're going to have a hell of a raffle.
And everyone participates, so gets
Yeah.
free
Everybody
barbecue.
eats free.
That's
Barbecue.
Yeah, everybody eats free. Hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, and beans.
Bring the kids,
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
And
and dogs.
the dogs,
The dogs.
and the children.
As long as they don't bite, we're good.
Nope. So if you haven't registered for it yet, go ahead and get on down here to the shop and get registered. You can jump over to hookedonheadwaters.com, download the information there as well, bring it in, and they'll get you taken care of. Captain's meeting tomorrow, 6:30 here at Outdoor Adventures.
Friday night. This may go up tomorrow.
Isn't that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Friday, but this may
No,
not
but I didn't
go up.
state
Yeah.
that. Oh, true, okay. Somebody want to finish this report up? I'm not doing really well.
No.
You don't do the rig up of the week.
So, there you go. Friday, 6:30 here at Outdoor Adventures. Get signed up, get in this tournament. It's the final, the 4 before the championships. You don't want to miss it. It'd be a great time to come out and get involved. So,
Depending on when this video goes out, that may be tomorrow, Friday, or today, Friday.
today Friday.
Yeah.
So,
Just see
if you catch this before the tournament,
Friday the 17th, you need to
Thank
be here
you.
at 6:30.
Thank you, Miss Jackie.
That was so much easier.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Always thinking.
moving on from that, sure, go ahead and give a rig up, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Rig 'em up.
So guys, when the bite's tough, you know the Wacky rig Cinco always works. So fishing beside the hydrilla, you can actually use, this is a wobble head jig head, but a ball jig will work. What it is basically is a Cinco with an O-ring, and then any kind of ball jig. And as this thing falls, you can't throw it right up in the hydrilla, but you can sure fish the edges with it. And the weight's going to pull it down, and of course the Cinco is going to shimmy down, and then when you pull it back up, it gives you some action back up, and then let it fall back down. And it's just another way to catch fish at Headwaters. You can actually do this on a regular jig as well. May be a little bit more weedless that way because it's got a weed guard. This is really a popular way of fishing all around the country. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but this is a great way to catch stubborn bass when they're not wanting to bite anything.
Yeah.
Just gives you another tool you can grab that Chartreuse marker and color the tip of the white Cinco or throw the gold brush.
Oh, yeah.
But if you use the O-ring, the reason I use the O-ring is if you meat hook this thing with the hook, it's going to tear the bait like on one fish. So you'll catch a few extra fish by using the O-ring and not get through as many Cincos or fat aces or whatever you're using, stick baits. But this is an 1/8 ounce weight. I don't like using super heavy weights because it's going to pull it down in the grass too far and you're going to get hung up. So the lighter the weight you go, the better. I'd even use a 16th ounce weight, just something enough to pull it down. That's what you're looking for. The down motion. Then when you pull it back up, that down motion, they're going to hit it on the fall.
Right. So it might be a good bait to use at Kissimmee. So if they're here on September 17th, which is Friday, for the captain's meeting, then Pat can hook them up with everything they need for that rig up.
At
Exactly.
6:30.
At 6:30.
Yeah, when the bite gets tough, you gotta think outside the box a little bit. You know, these bass have seen the same lures over and over and over. So it's just little gimmicky things like that. You know,
Yeah.
make the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I agree.
Right on. Good rig up. Okay. Anything else, Dave? Oh, we gotta do maps.
Oh, did you have some else?
What? My story?
Oh, sorry,
Actually,
yeah.
actually, we have maps and
Pat's story.
Pat's story, but even more important than that is the giveaway of the tackle pack. So hang in there, because
I hope I don't
Jackie
pronounce
is going to announce that. Oh, wait, you want to do this? Wait, just do it right now.
I hope I
Do it
don't
now.
pronounce it wrong.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Announce it wrong. That's why you have the job, because I couldn't pronounce it. You don't
No.
like the way I pronounce it.
No.
So you said I will take care of it. So
Yes.
There you go.
as you all know, the last video we did, we said the last report from here, we said hashtag fast fishing. We took that collective group of people. We selected a winner, and the winner of that tackle pack is,
Brian Beckhaus.
one more time.
Brian Beckhaus.
The gas.
Right.
There we go. Come on down. See Jack or Pat. Pick up your tackle pack.
I hope I pronounced it right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But
Congrats on that, folks. Yep, we really do giveaways.
Yeah.
We love doing it. So
Yep.
get involved in those whenever you see them come up. You know,
Yes,
jump
sir.
in. And if you submit a hack as well, same thing. So if you've got a really good hack, you're tired of seeing us do hacks, go ahead and submit them. Just do a video, upload to YouTube, and then send us the link, and we will go ahead and put it into the video for the week.
Yep.
So there we go. Now we're ready to go to the map, or do we want to do Pat's story?
sorry, Absolute needs.
I just had, it's a quick story.
Story.
I just, it's a
Story
little-
time.
We have a customer, he's a great guy, Mr. Garrett. So he brings his son fishing. They live in West Palm. They store their boat with us. They come up and he brings little Garrett with him when he has days off of school. And little Garrett's a great, he's 9 years old. He's a fantastic kid.
It's so funny.
He's extremely intelligent. He's full of energy. So he comes in this morning real early, about 5:30, and comes in with his sandwich. He says, "Pat, sit down and eat my sandwich." I said, "Sit down and eat your sandwich, buddy." And Dad's out there getting the shiners and getting the boat ready, and so there was nobody in here. So Evan, he's got to look around. He was checking out some of the pictures up here. We got some tournament pictures on stage, and he was curious about them, as any 9-year-old would be. And he was reaching up to grab it, and I think the picture was kind of falling, and we had a couple of rattle traps hanging up there, so he got his hand stuck in one of the hooks on the rattle trap. And so it went in his finger past the barb. And man, boy, it was a heck of a morning. Boy, Evan, man, he was a trooper, man. He came out to me at first, and he says, "Pat, I think we got a problem here." I said, "What's the problem?" "I had the hooks in my finger." I said, "Oh, I think it's past the barb." I said, "Oh, it's definitely past the barb." He goes, "Well, what are we gonna do?" I said, "I better talk to your dad about that one." And Dad gave him specific instructions. Sit there, eat your sandwich. When you're done with that, brush your teeth. When you're done with that, take your vitamins, and then we'll go fishing. No part of it was messing with pictures and stuff like that. So Dad was a little upset. But Dad was, me and Dad, we were both nervous. I mean, that hook was buried in, it's just a little tiny finger for the little guy, I mean, for us it's different. Yank it out, but the little guy had that thing buried in there, and Garrett was talking about the hospital, and I'm like, "Nah, I don't think we need the hospital." We put ice on it, numbed it. We were gonna go, like I did when I had it in mind, to go back up through and get it to come back through the skin and then pull it out that way. But we numbed it with the ice, and it wasn't too far in there, so we finally, and you should have seen it, man. 3 guys, me, big Mr. Garrett, the father, And Pete, you know, Pete that works here with us, Pete's over there talking to him. Hey, calm down, it's okay. Garrett's got him in a wrestling hold, hanging onto that arm so it doesn't move. I'm over here, I got my glasses on, I got my pliers, I got ice cubes and towels, and so we're getting in a serious position to get the surgery ready to go out rock and roll, and the little fella says, Evan says, wait, guys, wait a minute. He's crying, he's got tears and snot all over his face. He says, wait, guys, I got something I gotta say, and you guys ain't gonna be happy about it. I said, oh man, what's the matter? Now what? I gotta go potty. And his dad says, you ain't going potty right now, son. We gotta get this thing out. No, you don't get it down. I really gotta go potty. Oh man, it was a hell of a scene in here this morning, man. It was so much. Now it's fun, but I was nervous. Yeah, you know, Garrett wanted me to do it, and I'm like, man. You know, if it was my son, I'd be like, let's go, get your butt in the boat. But you know, and he's such a good kid. He was a trooper through the whole thing, and it was a success. It was a success. We got the damn thing out of there, and we have the first aid kit here, so we put the ointment on it, put bandages on it, and sent them out fishing. And so here's the deal. Here's the culprit: is this rattle trap. So we saved it. The hook. We got the little piece that came out of the flesh. And Evan actually autographed it. Little Evan actually autographed it. So we're putting this on the wall of shame. He goes, oh, wow, the Hall of Fame. I said, no. Wall of shame. Shame on you for getting that hook in your finger, son. So we ended up having a lot of fun with it. And of course, I asked his dad if it was okay to talk about it on the video. And his dad said, oh, heck yeah, man, throw him under the bus. Right. But it was fun, man. It was and that Garrett is he's a great dad, man. He loves his kids. He's such a great dad and just a great man in general. And we're really happy to have him as a customer, and we have a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Great story. Okay. To the maps.
The maps.
To the map.
All right, guys. This week, the map. We've got similar pattern to what's been going on the last couple months, but like I told you guys last week, I was going to fish around the 45 Canal and east, and that's exactly what I did. Just concentrated on this whole area over here, scattered hydrilla, followed the channels around where the hydrilla was topped out, and then looked for the open water around them. Do top water, poppin shad, gunfish, and then chatterbaits, rattle traps, Cincos, flukes. But basically I stayed in 7 to 12 feet of water, and then I watched my graph when I got in that deeper water to see if the fish were holding closer to the bottom, and that's where I would use worms. If the fish were in the upper column, I would throw chatterbaits and topwater baits and catch them that way. The pits are always good still. The south pit, I have more success in it, I think, because the hydrilla is more scattered over on the east side. Early in the morning, I'll throw topwater baits there, and then try to fish the edge as much as possible. If you fish down there, you'll see tons of giant fish jumping down there. You just got to figure out what they want to eat. And the mid-lake, for some reason, the past couple of trips out, it's been a little bit murky. So I think that's why the chatterbait's been working really well, and the rattle traps, because putting out that vibration, fish can track it a lot easier. The North Lake's still fantastic. I fished the west wall a couple of days and got them fishing right up against the hydrilla. So that's the theme for the week, is find the scattered hydrilla, throw chatterbaits, throw rattle traps, rip it through the grass, and you'll catch fish. So yeah, stay in that 7 to 12 foot range and you'll do really well. Good luck.
God.
Hey guys.
Before we close.
Yeah, before we go. That was a heck of a look there, Barry.
Come on.
Hey, I've been telling you guys about AJ's Custom Lures, because the guy amazed me. He just made two crankbaits for me that I ordered, and he painted it to my specs. So I didn't mention that to you guys, that that's what he does. You could have these old lures, like we have a guy today. He had a can of that aerosol, the Bang, in one of his compartments, and something mashed on the damn top and sprayed it all over. 2 dozen top water and crankbaits.
Oh, yeah.
Destroyed the paint.
Mhm.
So he's bringing them to AJ, and AJ will paint them exactly how you want it painted. And this is the one that he did for me. And I asked for an orange belly, and I wanted a little bit of darkness in it. I liked them green eyes,
He
and
did-
so. You got something to say?
Must be something about standing on that
I
side.
don't know what I mean. I'm trying to talk over here. All of a sudden, you notice that, Kenny?
I heard that, yeah,
Son.
yeah.
And so, AJ's Custom Lures. So give me a call, and I'll hook you up with AJ. And if you have any lures that you want to get redone, I'd save a lot of money, right? By having them
Absolutely.
redone.
Yep, yep.
I was simply just gonna say that he does a really, really, really good job. That's
He
all.
sure does. I mean, you are correct about that right there.
All right, so that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Another
that's a
episode
wrap.
wrapped up in the can. We will see you all next week with updates on the tournament with our regular Thursday. And Dave and I are working hard to start kicking out new content for y'all to see. So
Keep watching, subscribe,
Like,
hit the notification button, so when we do kick out those videos, you will be automatically notified by YouTube, and like,
uh-huh.
thumbs up. We appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good week. Good luck to all the anglers this weekend. We look forward to
Good
seeing
luck.
everyone on Sunday. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
bye, everybody.